What's up, guys? It's been a while since I've done an episode of In the Garage. Well, because my garage is a hot mess. But as you guys know, we've been doing a lot of kayaking, and lifting Big John into the truck has caused my factory liner to wear down. Now, with that being said, I did buy this truck with 50,000 miles on it, and it had already started. So I looked online and I got this Herculiner do-it-yourself truck bed liner. So I'm not worried about overspray onto the truck bed because it already has liner on it. I did cover up my fenders. I went ahead and sanded down, got the rust spots out of there, and I did a quick spray on my trash can to see what the overspray was like on this, and it wasn't bad at all. I didn't read anything about needing to put primer down, and I've heard, don't know if it's true, but I've heard when you actually take your truck in to get it rhino liner, they actually take the paint down, that this stuff sticks best, the raw metal. So I'm going to quickly try to wait for the wind to die down and now it can be clumpy and lumpy. I really don't care because once again it's rhino liner, not paint. So I'm not worried about it not being smooth because after all, none of this stuff is smooth. I just want to put another protective coat on there to keep rust away. Now I'm seeing a little spot here. I'm going to need to sand down a little bit and hit that spot. So I'm just taking some I should take a palm sander to do this, but I don't think that rust is that deep. Let's scratch this off here. Amazing how durable stuff is with sandpaper. It's crazy to think whatever previous owners put in here, as well as what I've been putting here, has caused that bed liner to scratch so easily. This is definitely pretty rugged. Now I know what you're saying. You're saying, Don, if you don't care about it getting all over your bed, what's with the two stripes of tape? Well, this is a removable panel in case they ever need to service my door lock, my cameras, and what have you. And there's like 7 or 8 stainless steel bolts that do not have coating on them so that you can take them out to remove this panel. So I simply covered up the bolts. And yes, I know I'm going to have a darker black stripe here, and the touch-up spots aren't going to match. But in the words of my brother-in-law David, it's a truck. And besides, you go kayaking as much as I do, after a couple loading and unloading, there's going to be so much dirt and funk in here that all these little spots that I'm touching up, that I'm seeing rust on, they'll all blend in eventually. So I'm not too worried about polka dots and things like that. So I'm just splotching it. I really don't care about spots. Once again, once the dirt kicks in, the next coating of whatever I load in this truck, these spots are all going to blend in quite well. Since this is a heavy wear spot, I'm going to put a bunch of coats on this. I was thinking, not today, but I might pull this bed box off and coat from here down because you can see where the kayaks hit. So I might take some of this stuff maybe next week, take my bed box off, clean this up real nice, and then do from here down with bed liner so that when everything's smacking in there, it causes less damage because this stuff's supposed to help prevent dents and all that stuff too. So I'm going to let this coat dry and I'll come back and yes, it's ugly and globby, but basically just extra protection, so whatever. That's the nice thing about textured material like this. Unlike paint, It doesn't need to be completely smooth because you want that rugged material. All these professional bed liner guys at home like, this is going to look like shit. Once again, it's a truck. You can tell by the rust stains on my bed mat from Holland bird cages that I got for free. That one, unbeknownst to me, the wheel, those vertical posts were full of water. So when I put it in my truck, it dumped all that rust water out all over my mat. One day I'll pull it out and pressure wash it, but I'm more concerned about providing protection to that spot than I am the fact that I just want to have a nice shiny black stripe across it, and the rest will be dingy, because it'll get dingy before too long. So after the very first use, the stuff wore down. This is 2 uses later. So I've discovered what I'm going to do is take the rust out again, put some touch-up paint, respray the rhino liner on here, and then just put down a floor mat. I'm going to get a welcome mat, just lay it down, so when I put my kayaks in, it doesn't cause this damage. So yeah, even if you have a lined bed, you know, load stuff into it, like a plastic kayak, make sure you put down a floor mat. Okay, got it all sanded down. There's a spot right here I need to sand down too. Cut the rust out. Interestingly enough, it's kind of hard to go over this with sandpaper. It wipes down easier with a kayak than does sandpaper. There's another spot. And then I gotta get that rust out. And then I'm gonna put some touch-up paint on it. And then wait for that to dry. And then spray some more rhino. Some Herculiner is what it's actually called. My hope is, since that is touch-up paint, it has some sort of primer protection in it. But my whole job was just to try to get that out of the moisture and then spray another coat of that protectant on it. Put another coat on there. So what I'm going to do now that I put this on, I'm just going to put a yoga mat down, because clearly the weight of the kayaks rubbing across this is just too hardcore for any sort of material I put on here. So there's a suggestion for you guys. You even have rhino liners. You want to drag a 70-pound kayak across your tailgate all the time, go ahead and put down a yoga mat, or even maybe a welcome mat, some sort of padding, instead of tearing your tailgate up like I did. This is the result of the Herculiner do-it-yourself truck bed liner. Be fair to them, they do have this, comes in a bucket of like paint on stuff. I have just resorted to just putting a yoga mat down to protect my tailgate from this heavy ass kayaks. And so here is the final result on the touch-up. I could probably do another coat or two. And this is fresh. There's some spots I've done in the past already getting dirty and blending in. So all in all, it does the job. It gives you texture, but I cannot imagine doing an entire bed with this stuff. It'd take days, and you'd probably need 80 cans of that. You'd probably be off better buying it in the half-gallon quarts and all that stuff. How durable it is, I don't know. I can't, it's not fair to say, because after all, the kayaks wore down. The factory rhino liner, well, not rhino liner, the factory liner that Toyota put in there. So I don't want to say the stuff's not durable because my kayak wore through 3 layers of it, when in fact my kayak wore through multiple layers of the factory stuff. So as far as touch-up goes, cover up some spots, prevent it from rusting, I say buy it. If you're wanting to do a bed liner yourself, that's on you, I guess. Maybe if it's like an old truck you really don't care about, and you have $1,000 to spend on cans that are $18 a piece, go for it, I guess. I would suggest buying it in the gallon cans and slathering it on with a paintbrush. But anyhow, that's the final result. Got what I wanted out of it, which is protection from the elements and to prevent it from rusting. So it is what it is. Thanks for hanging out through this quick video. It's been a while since we've done it in the garage. Hopefully we'll have another one here soon, because I got some new tires coming for the Toyota. James hopefully will be putting those on soon. But it's Saturday night. I just got done fishing and I got to go back to work. So you guys have a good time. Thanks. We'll see you next time. Bebop says goodbye. Say bye, Bebop.
This has been a Digital 410 production.